year was 1980. The place, Brooklyn, New York. Bushwick, to be exact. Considered to be one of America's most dangerous ghettos, it was a place you pray you never get lost in. Crime was soaring, bloodshed was commonplace, and bullets had no name. While all across America mothers gently tucked their children into bed, it was the sounds of gunshots and sirens that were Bushwick's bedtime story. If you were to take a walk down these poverty-stricken streets, if you would listen in the still of the night, you would hear the voices of a generation on the verge of being lost. They would be lost because in order to find them, you must come here. But who? Who would brave these streets? And even if they dare, who could possibly convince a child of the ghetto that they could be anything more than what these streets had destined them to be? Could anyone look into the eyes of such and actually see hope? Enter Bill Wilson, a child of the same fate. Abandoned by his own mother, Bill knew what it was to be hungry, rejected, and passed by. And so he set out on a mission to see just how much of an impact one man could have in the lives of those who had nobody. And so was born Metro Ministries, a haven for those whose shoulders were heavy with the burdens of life. Children who came to Metro found a place where they were allowed to be just that, children. It was a place of excitement and fun, and most of all, safety. There was no fear, only love, smiles, hugs, and people who saw something in them that a mirror could never reveal. Bill came to New York alone, but he wasn't alone for long. His vision quickly spread, and soon he was joined by men and women from all over the world who left all behind and came to stand with him. Realizing that in order to reach anyone, you must understand their struggles, they would choose to live among the people, just as Bill had done from the beginning. 25 years later, the vision remains the same. Metro Ministries still stands, reaching well over 20,000 children and families every week. They offer feeding programs, school supply programs, job opportunities, counseling, summer camps, sponsorship, English and Spanish church services, and most of all, a positive message of hope and unconditional love. During Christmas, Metro gives away over 40,000 wrapped gifts. For many children, it is their only gift. If you ask the staff what is the key to their success, they will tell you that what makes it work is that every child is visited by a staff member weekly, regardless of where they may live. Though he's been robbed, beaten, stabbed, and shot, Bill Wilson remains in Bushwick, leading the 150 staff members and 300 volunteers in their mission. Every weekend, he travels the world trying to raise enough money to keep the ministry afloat. Battling both disaster and disease, Bill and his staff refuse to be intimidated by any obstacle. The latest obstacle? How do we avoid turning away people in desperate need? The new ministry complex, Metro World Ministries Center, a full city block that will enable Metro Ministries to begin community outreach programs as well as house the expanding international ministry headquarters. This is not just an expansion, it is an investment in children here in New York, across America, and around the world. This is the Sunday school the world is building.
You know, if anybody understands that normal is relative, I understand that. I've been doing this 40 years, folks. And just when you think you've seen everything, just when you think that a place like the Philippines and some of the stuff can't get any stranger, can't get any more bizarre, then you end up here. Some of you have heard me talk about the City of the Skull. But when you see what would appear to be normal children, like this little girl behind me, who to the casual eye looks pretty normal. Looks like a normal kid living in the Philippines, and yet where she lives is not normal. When you live amongst the remains of people. When you live amongst bones, ribs, leg bones, because as you'll see behind me, every 5 years, these tombs, these catacombs, if you will, are recycled. There's not enough room to bury everybody around here, so they pull the bones out of the people that were buried in there, throw them on the ground, so they can stick another dead person in there and seal it up. And now you've got 6,000 people living here in this cemetery, the North Cemetery, or better known as the City of the Skulls. Why is that? Well, it's very simple. Because along with all these other bones, you actually have skulls. This is no joke, folks. You can't make this stuff up. You don't just wander around a place like this and see an isolated city. This, look at me. This is life. And this is death. It's that real. It's that simple. Now, you want to talk normal? You don't talk normal to me, and you don't talk normal to me here. Because this, my friends, is not normal. This is not how a child is supposed to grow up. This is not how a child is supposed to live. You know that, and I know that. And people ask me, why do you go to places like that? Why do you still drive the Sunday school bus? Why do you get involved in places like this? Do you get it now? Do you actually get it? Because I don't know how else to tell you. I don't know. I really don't know. I came up tough when I was a kid. Most of you know my story. I didn't come up this tough. My guess is neither did most of you. So, you want to talk about normal? You're not going to talk about normal here. It's that simple. Our people are here, doing Sunday school here, every week. Why? Don't ever ask me that question again, ever. Now you know why, don't you? Yes, you do. Because of her.
Children will stretch out their